Good morning. Welcome back to Bible and Blues. Oh wow, it is Monday morning. Trying something different, working for microphone instead of having the big one in my face right now. Since all I'm doing is talking, I thought, well, I can just use the one that's in my camera. That might be perfectly sufficient to do the job. It probably is. So, um, fresh in the morning. Bright green hat. Wow, I think glowing today. So, anyway. And a hair right there. There we go. Got it. Probably a dog hair, to be honest. I have a dog that sheds a lot. So, we're on to Psalm 18. For the direction music of David, the servant of the Lord, he sang to the Lord the words of this song when the Lord delivered him from the hand of all his enemies and from the hand of Saul. He said, I love you, Lord, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge. He is my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call to the Lord who is worthy of praise, and I am saved by my enemies. The cords of death entangle me, the torrents of destruction overwhelmed me. The cords of the grave coiled around me, the snares of death confronted me. In my distress I called to the Lord, I cried to my God for help. From his temple he heard my voice. My cry came before him into his ears. The earth trembled and quaked, and the foundations of the mountains shook. They trembled because he was angry. Smoke rose from his nostrils. Consuming fire came from his mouth. Burning coal blazed out of it. He parted the heavens and came down. Dark clouds were under his feet. He mounted the cherubim and flew. He soared on the wings of the wind. He made darkness his covering, his canopy around him, the dark rain clouds of the sky. Out of the brightness of his presence clouds advanced with hailstones and bolts of lightning. The Lord thundered from heaven. The voice of the Most High resounded. He shot his arrows and scattered the enemies, great bolts of lightning, and routed them. The valleys of the sea were exposed, and the foundations of the earth laid bare at your rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of your breath from your nostrils. He reached down from on high and took hold of me. He drew me out of the deep waters. He rescued me from my powerful enemy, from my foes who were too strong for me. They confronted me in the day of my disaster, but the Lord was my support. He brought me out into a spacious place. He rescued me because he delighted in me. The Lord has dealt with me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands, he has rewarded me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord. I have not done evil by turning from my God. All his laws are before me. I have not turned away from his decrees. I have been blameless before him. I have kept myself from sin. The Lord has rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. To the faithful you show yourself faithful. To the blameless you show yourself blameless. To the pure you show yourself pure. But to the crooked you show yourself shrewd. You save the humble, but bring low to those whose eyes are haughty. You, O Lord, you keep my lamp burning. You, God, my God turns my darkness into light. With your help I can advance against a troop, but with my God I can scale a wall. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is flawless. He is a shield for all who take refuge in him. For who is God besides the Lord? And who is the rock except your God? It is God who arms me with strength and makes my way perfect. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He enables me to stand on the heights. He trains my hands for battle. My arms can bend a bow of bronze. You give me your shield of victory. Your right hand sustains me. You stoop down to make me great. You broaden the path beneath me so that my ankles do not turn. I pursued my enemies and overtook them. I did not turn back till they were destroyed. I crushed them so that they could not rise. They fall beneath my feet. You armed me with strength for battle. You made my adversaries bow at my feet. You made my enemies turn their backs in flight and destroyed my foes. They cried for help, but there was no one to save them. To the Lord but he did not answer. I beat them as fine as dust borne on the wind. I poured them out like mud in the streets. You delivered me from the attacks of the people. You have made me the head of the nations. People I did not know are subject to me. As soon as they hear me, they obey me. Foreigners cringe before me. They all lose heart. They come trembling from their strongholds. The Lord lives. Praise be to my rock. Exalted be God, my Savior. He is the God who avenges me, who subdues nations under me, who saves me from my enemies. You exalted me above my foes. From violent men you rescued me. Therefore I will praise you among the nations, O Lord. I will sing praises to your name. He gives his king great victories. He shows unfailing kindness to his anointed, to David and his descendants forever. Here ends the reading of God. Thanks be to God. Wow. That was a big one. I'm not going to go into much commentary because this video, that was a larger psalm there. And that was a heck of a prayer. Uh, prayer of praise to the Lord for all he did for David. And David had a lot to do. Take that with you. Enjoy your day. I need to get going myself. And, praise be to God. That was he gave David great victories, and he gives you great victories as well over your enemies. Your enemies, whether they be enemies of alcohol, and the enemy of sloth, of being of needing to step it up at work. Turn to God. You have your own enemies. Your enemies might not have a bow and an arrow pointed at you or armies. The enemy that you battle is an enemy is a spiritual enemy that wants to hold you down. And turn to the Lord and have Him lift you up, give you the strength, and train you so that you too can bend a bow of bronze. That's a lot of strength. God bless. Talk to you later.